What is up? I'm not sure what week this is, but it's part of the next update. And it's Tuesday the 28th, and we are in a power outage here in Dallas. We're driving right now to see if a coffee shop in Garland is open, and if not, I don't know what we're gonna do. But yeah, because I gotta do check-ins. He has to like submit offers and shit. So yeah, I also rolled my ankle, so dealing with that with my foot. Yeah, so I rolled my ankle, it's all wrapped up. And we're just surviving out here. So for any clients watching this, know that truly we don't have any power. So this is what we're doing to get back to you right now. Okay, so I just finished all of my client check-ins and most of the work I had to do today. We actually ended up finding a coffee shop inside this church, like 30 minutes from home. And shout out to God. Yeah, he saved us today.
Saves every day.
And every day. So, yeah, but I think it's just like, it's one of those things where like, we definitely could have just said like, you know what, we're just not going to work today. But, or like, you know, go do something else, go outside, whatever, because it's actually really nice today after the storm. But you have to get your job done. And for me, like, I really care about my clients and making sure that they're taken care of. And so this was like, to me, it's kind of a non-negotiable in terms of just getting to a place where we could get the work done and do what we needed to do. Austin got some work done too. And we're gonna try to eat something here and maybe go to the gym, assuming they have power. So yeah, we just, whenever there's a challenge or something that just is kind of like an obstacle, you have to just fucking figure it out and learn from it, just like anything in life. And the more you do things like that, the better you're going to get at doing that thing and figuring it out. So that's the lesson today. Okay, so this is day 2 being a pioneer in this lovely church. We still don't have power at our house, so it sucks, but we're just making do with what we can. This place kind of feels like a college library or something like that, and so there's lots of space, lots of outlets, and we're able to just kind of work from here. So I got all my check-ins done, got a lot of emails done. I still have more to do, so I feel kind of behind just because I'm not like in my normal habitat. But I posted my story yesterday just about like still prepping. You know, I'm in prep. I don't want to feel like I had to waste this week when it comes to just adhering to my protocols. Because there's really no reason to. Like, yes, life sucks not having power. Sleep is different without AC and everything, but and it's also just the stress of not having like my normal routine, not being able to make my own coffee. But I can keep as many of the routines as possible if I just try. Like, if I just say, all right, we gotta figure this out. So like, I have a lot of shelf-stable food at home. So things like bread, English muffins, still had some fruit like bananas and things like that. Luckily, we had just done a big food prep with some rice and chicken. We're out of rice by now, but we still have a lot of chicken left. And so today, for example, we really only had enough rice for Austin's meal, but I have like a smaller amount of rice for one of my meals that I would have had. So I gave him the rice, and then I just had my chicken alone. And then I went down to the coffee place and got one of those little like oatmeal cups that has the macros on it. And it's a little higher fat than my normal rice would be, but I can just take that fat out of what would normally be my later meal of the day, like oats with peanut butter and stuff like that. Like, I'll sacrifice some peanut butter for that meal. So yeah, that's just kind of what we're doing. We're figuring it out. And right now we're getting ready to go home so we can train. I rolled my ankle the day before the power went out. And so it's been super swollen, really hard to walk. And but I've been doing what I can, not going too hard in terms of like, I haven't done cardio since I did it, but yesterday I did some steps, like 15 minutes of steps on the treadmill, and then I also did a lot of work in the yard because we had to clear all of our trees from our yard that had fallen. A lot of branches fell down and a lot of trees were kind of like hanging by a thread, so we had to do that, and there was really no option. And when you roll an ankle, it is actually pretty helpful to walk on it and like put weight on it and stuff like that to just, I don't know how it works, but it helps, and it has helped. So today I woke up, it was a lot better. So I'm gonna train like a lower impact leg day today, and just probably not do a ton of squatting or like deep knee, like heavy knee flexion squatting, just kind of taking it hour by hour, hoping that the power comes on soon. If it doesn't, we'll have to probably let go of some food, which sucks, but so far the freezer is still frozen, and a lot of our fridge food is savable because it's just egg whites and some coffee creamer, so that's not too bad. It's just in coolers right now with ice, and we'll probably get some ice to just put in the freezer with all the stuff that's in there and just rotate through that until our power comes back on, which should be Friday, which is in 2 days. If there's any takeaway from this week of progress from this prep, it's just like when you get good enough at figuring things out and just like having an established routine, an established plan for how you do things, but also just being able to think on the fly and problem solve. Like, I don't have food, I don't have the ability to cook, so I'm going to get food that is already cooked, or I'm going to find a way to make up for things. That's why being on like a flexible meal plan or macro-based meal plan like I am is a lot more realistic for me, especially in this kind of situation. Because like if I had a meal plan and I was like married to that meal plan and I couldn't deviate or didn't feel like I could deviate, it would be a lot harder because I wouldn't have a lot of those foods that I normally have. But I know how to be flexible. I've been tracking macros for like 10 years or something like that. So it's been pretty easy and like stress-free. So, or I'm at least trying to make it stress-free by just like managing my stress perception. So yeah. So thank you guys for being along on this ride. How are you feeling during this lockdown, or this not lockdown, weather situation?
It's humbling.
Yeah.
I think it teaches us to just fucking deal with it.
Fucking deal with it, figure it out.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, cry about it? We're still working, getting our food in. Oh, we're saying bad words in a church.
That's okay.
Lord, forgive me.
But what happened today that you got done that maybe you didn't think that you would get done?
Well, trying to get another property under contract. Also have a listing appointment tonight.
Yeah, so he's been cold calling in the church.
One single phone call.
Okay,
So,
you did 2 calls.
2 calls.
2 calls, got 1 listing agreement out of that. So that's the power of just fucking dealing with it. Right?
That's right.
Yeah. All right. All right, so it is check-in day on May 30th, and about to take my check-in photos, and I was just gonna go over kind of like how I practice, because that was a question from someone on the last video. So how I do my posing practice, obviously I practice when I'm doing my check-ins, like I go through the quarter turns a few times, then I take the pictures. I find that once you go through them a few times, that's when you start to kind of harden up and get a little bit of a pump. That's also why I would do like quarter turns and posing holds when pumping up or after pumping up at a show, because you start to get better and better as you go through those poses, assuming you're not getting like cramping or anything like that going on. So this is my check-in setup, as you guys have seen before, black wall with nothing behind it. I keep the lighting as consistent as possible. Sometimes if it's like a super dark day, I'll have another light that I put right here. My phone is right here. So yeah, I just kind of go through the poses. Outside of posing practice with check-in days, I'll usually try to pose after training a couple times a week at this point. I do need to get a little bit better at that. But when I'm posing during that practice, I'm usually posing like doing posing holds, I practice some walking, and then I go into practicing my routine, and I get down like the little things in my routine. Like recently I was practicing with Liana, and I finally figured out like a transition that I really like in the end of it. So I have a little bit of video of that I'll put in the video here, so you can kind of see where I'm going with that. I really like these poses, and so I was just having trouble for a while figuring out how am I gonna get from that pose to this pose. So hopefully you can see what I mean with this video. But I'm gonna practice here while I wait for Austin to take my photos. Oh my gosh.
Hold it. Okay. Boom, boom. All right.
Did you get that one?
Yeah. Look big.
Okay, so just looking at photos, really happy with how this week has progressed. I was at a new low of 163.4 today. I think I started the week at like 166, so pretty good progress for this week, especially considering the week it was, with the power going out, being out for 36 hours, not being able to cook food, not being able to like have AC when sleeping, just like not having a normal life for a little bit. I also rolled my ankle, and that was fucking terrible for a while. But now it's feeling a lot better, and I think I'll be back to totally 100% probably in a couple days. But yeah, even considering kind of a stressful week, I feel like I did a decent job at not letting the stress truly get to me to a point where it would affect my body and my just like how my body is responding to the diet and to just everything that we're doing. So just kind of riding the midline, not letting things bother me to the point of, you know, being detrimental to the process. So I'm excited about this week and the progress, and to see what Mark says too. So definitely feel really flat, but that's pretty normal for being this many weeks into prep. There's kind of that point where you feel kind of skinny fat, and just flat, and pumps don't last as long just because your body is adapting to having less food. So, but I'm still not feeling like I'm hungry. It's kind of a nice hunger at this point because I spent so long just eating so much. So I'm actually happy that I'm not eating as much. So anyway, that is that for that update. I will let you guys know what Mr. Tominick says. All right, so here's just some random posing footage while I talk about Mark's feedback, which was actually pretty non-exciting. He was really happy with how we did over the week, especially considering just how crazy the week was with the power outage and ankle stuff. So he just told me to keep everything the same and that we would see how things go the following week. So yeah, that's really about it. There wasn't much to that. What is up, everyone? I am in Boise, Idaho. We just landed and got to our hotel. So for those of you that don't know, I do some freelance DJ work for various bodybuilding promoters. I think I work about like, I want to say like 12 to 15 shows a year. For the past several years, I started doing this in 2018, the year after I went pro, to just kind of stay like involved in the industry, outside of competing, and then eventually outside of coaching. And it's just a nice way to like travel a little bit, and also just like have a community within the bodybuilding community outside of like my coaching and just being an athlete. And then I also, the most important part to me is that I get to spend a good amount of time watching shows, because being a remote coach, I don't get to actually go to my clients' shows very often. I really only go if they're local or if I happen to be there, like if I'm DJing. But it means that I have a really good sense of just like what's being rewarded every year throughout the year. And I get to talk to a lot of judges. I get to talk
talk to them, ask them questions about like, well, why did this girl win the overall versus this girl and that kind of thing. So it's been really helpful for me as a coach, learning more about judging, more about shows and how they're ran and stuff like that. So I'm here for the Boise Idaho Muscle Classic from Craig Productions, and we just got to our hotel. I was going to show you guys kind of how I prepared for this.
So up here, I have all of our bags of food, and I have them all out because I was about to make a meal. So these are all of our bags of food that I brought in this guy. So this is just like a lunchbox type thing with a bunch of ice packs. So I have a bunch of grilled chicken that we grilled last night, a bunch of white rice, just basic white rice, beef, this is Austin's, but I'll probably have some, and then I have a bunch of potatoes. So all of these are just cooked in bulk, and I have a food scale, so I'll just kind of make a meal. So I have my meal containers, and these are collapsible, so these are really helpful because they save a lot of space and they're not very heavy like glass containers. So I have this, and this is a meal of chicken and potatoes that I'm about to eat as my second meal of the day. I like to eat like bigger, denser meals, so I had, instead of like a bunch of small ones, so I don't have to stop as many times throughout the day to actually eat. So yeah, I'm gonna eat this meal, and then we have some things that we need to do. I have to do some work, and then I have to be at check-ins tonight for the athletes to check their music and make sure everyone is lined up correctly. And I have to fit in cardio at some point. So luckily we're at a beautiful hotel on the river, on the Boise River. So I will probably get some cardio in either outside or just at the fitness center. The nice thing about going to these shows and working at them is that I get to spend time with other bodybuilders and they all understand, like if I'm in prep or whatever. So yeah, this is the first show of the year that I'm working while in prep. And I'm excited. Also, just wanted to thank everyone for all of your engagement and comments on the last YouTube update. And I will be announcing the winner around the time when I'm editing this. I will put it into the end of this video. So keep watching and I will announce the winner at some point, but you have to keep watching to find that.
So I have my meal and I put some hot sauce on it because whenever I go somewhere that has little like packets of stuff, I actually usually try to steal a few. So I have like hot sauce, like calorie-free, pretty much hot sauce. I have some honey packets and Splenda packets, stuff like that. Sometimes I'll have ketchup in there. So that's what I'm doing right now. Gonna get some work done, and then right now Austin is out there. He's doing work too. He actually had a lot of real estate deals kind of all come together today and like over the course of this week, even though it was a really shitty week for things like prospecting and stuff like that, because nobody in Dallas was wanting to do anything really productive because of the power outages. So yeah, he has a land listing going live today, and then he has a listing for a townhome in Fort Worth going live today. So he is doing awesome, and he's just kind of like doing all that work out there while I can get some work done in here.
My friend never worked in finance yet. I started this 3 years ago.
What brought you to Boise?
I'm from here.
Okay.
I was raised here.
I love it. This is my second time here. I like this is amazing.
I've traveled. I've been in every state in the U.S. I just put it in here.
Sweet. All right, there you go. For him, not me.
No. And if there's a piece of wood on it, just peel it off. But all that brown is edible on the back.
Awesome.
What do they do with coconut wood?
Well, they use it for a bowl, kava cups. I have the coconut tree for my coconut, cracking coconuts on. Usually I use Pioneer because that's how I add some lodgepole.
When we're done with the juice,
They'll
we'll
have-
come back.
Yeah, they'll have a main trunk going up and you see how it's branching out there, and that'd be your kava cup.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Man, where you know? Might as well get this thing, get the coconut meat I might tell me about a walk here. Let's take a look at this Boise real estate. Alright, we're back.
So we're on the Boise River, and this is one of my favorite places when we come to Boise because it's just really pretty and it's a great place to get steps. Right now we're just getting some like light steps. I'll probably do some cardio later. Light TRT steps. Yeah, but there's surfers over here. We just got some coconut water from a local stand. It's just really beautiful and makes this trip so much more worth it past just the bodybuilding. And of course, we're in sports mode. Sports mode. Oh, he's cute. All these mountains. Right? It's nice. All right, so we caught these ducks.
Got the ducks ducking.
Ducks ducking.
Don't disturb them. Let them chill. Might be laying on an egg right there.
Yeah, she's being shy.
She's like, "Oh, you're naked." You caught me with my feathers down. And my feathers ruffled. Hey, welcome back.
Hey guys. Hi. Do it.
You're on. You're
it.
live on camera.
This is live?
Yeah, this is live.
Do it.
What do you guys have to say?
I just have to say.
I think it picked that up.
It is my birthday. Hey, you're only half.
Oh yeah,
Mexican.
everyone say
That was
happy
full
birthday.
Mexican.
You
This
never go full Mexican.
Bring it back down to
Specimen.
half.
You never go full Mexican.
You're only half.
Okay, let's go.
And then there's the party pooper.
Okay, ladies, one more time. Quarter turn to the right.
There you go, sir.
Quarter turn to the right.
Throw it back. Big. There you go. Nice. Oh. 57. Jeopardy. Jeopardy. Woo. Jeopardy.
Okay, so just got finished with some posing practice at my gym and using my old heels because I don't want to lose my new ones again. But yeah, I've been nailing or just trying to nail my routine better and better. My philosophy around practicing lately, I'm sorry, this is so dark, has really been just practice whenever I have time because I don't have a lot of time in general. And so the best thing for me is just to not stress about what I'm not doing perfectly. So today was a shorter day. It was an upper body day, not quite as taxing. I got a really good shoulder pump. And yeah, so I already did cardio today, so it was kind of like the perfect time to do some posing. Austin had some chest to do after he did some shoulders with me. So came in here to do some posing. I did some stuff for a reel with core, and then I did some posing, just like practicing my routine. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to like do a little bit at a time. I'm trying to nail a specific transition that you'll see when I post this. Still not there yet, but I'm getting there, and I'm still dealing with my ankle kind of hurting, so I'm also dealing with that. But right now posing is feeling really good. It's just a matter of like practicing over and over again and just trying to get better and better every time. I'm really excited to pose with my team. this weekend at the Refined Retreat. I have, I think, 11 girls coming to Dallas, or some of them already live here, but 11 girls total. This is a women's only retreat this time, but hopefully next year I'll have enough space and time and everything to add men to the mix, because I do have some male clients, and just have it be like an all-encompassing refined retreat for everybody and have it be really inclusive. So anyway, I'm really excited for the retreat. We're going to train on Saturday. We're going to pose. I have my two good girlfriends, Liana and Clarissa, both pros, wellness and figure, going to be helping with posing at Hidden Gym. Shout out to Greg McCoy, the owner of Hidden Gym. He's amazing. He's allowing us all to get our team lift in with a photographer. And yeah, I did a lot of planning and like coordinating today for the retreat, like finishing touches type things. And it's like just all coming together, and I'm so excited. So anyway, the update after this one, I will recap everyone on how the retreat went. I will have lots of retreat footage. And yeah, just updates as we go along. I have a feeling that Mark, I'm totally squirreling right now, but I have a feeling that Mark is going to drop food and give me more cardio for this week, which I'm kind of excited about. Like, I'm really ready to like just fucking get after it. I'm ready to see some like really good changes. I've seen some, like I've come down in some body fat. I've dropped like 10, 11 pounds so far in prep, like 6 weeks in, so it's pretty good. But with knowing when my show is and just like as it gets closer, I just really want to do as well as I can, and I want to suffer a little bit to get there. Like, I kind of am itching to do that. I'm missing it, so I'm excited. But first, retreat. I have some girls competing soon. Andrea is competing this weekend, and then I have Megan competing the following weekend, Sheena competing I think the weekend after that. I think those are my only ones right now that are like really, really close. And then I have some other people throughout the year.
What's up, guys? This is the last update day of the vlog that I'm about to post, and I want to end it with two things. First thing is Francis's new growth, because a lot of feedback on the last video, everyone is loving Francis and they're following along with him and his growth just like my prep. So I wanted to show you real quick. So here's him in all his glory. He has a lot of mood lighting on because we're about to leave the house. This leaf, this is like the newest, or one of the newest leaves. He has a little hole in it, and he just grew up that way. That's okay. This is the leaf that grew in after him. So he's doing really good so far. And then this, this is the new leaf that bloomed or started sprouting like right around when we got home. Like he was like here when we left from the weekend, and then now he's here. So he's grown like, he's literally grown an inch in like a day and a half. So he is just thriving. Francis overall doing really well. This is the newest update to the plant fam in this house. This is a money tree. His name is Princeton, and Princeton was actually a gift, because money trees, I don't know if you guys knew this, they have to be gifts. You can't buy one for yourself. I don't know, I don't make the rules, but this was given to us by Elias and Liana McCall to Austin to feed his journey right now. So this is the newest addition. He's doing great. We're gonna do another plant, just more plant tour things right now. This guy, he's not doing great. I don't know his name, but I think he needs a new pot. Sorry, I keep unfocusing. I think he needs a new pot, so we're gonna give him a new pot pretty soon. But I think he's doing a little better now that he's like in the light here with Francis. And then this is right here, our little snake plant. I repotted him to be in this pot. He used to be in a much smaller pot. He's doing okay. He just needs to keep growing. What's up, guys? Last update for real this time. Thank you guys so much for watching the YouTube, and thank you for everyone who's been reaching out, engaging, just being supportive of me in this endeavor. I am excited to see where it goes. There's lots of really great things on the horizon, and I just look at each day as an opportunity to get a little bit better and a little bit better. This week, today is check-in day. I am up a little bit in weight over the last couple days. I think mostly because of like just training really hard, and I did some hard cardio yesterday. So I am suspecting that Mr. Dominic is going to drop the hammer a little bit, and I'm excited for it. So like I said earlier, the suck is something that I look forward to, and because it's something that I haven't experienced in a long time, and I know it's necessary. So instead of dreading it or worrying about it, I choose to embrace it and get excited for it and get excited for just the opportunity, because prepping and being a bodybuilder is a privilege. And if we look at it like any other way, we fail, and not just fail like placing wise, like, you know, but failing in life, I guess, and just as a person. It's really important to just keep things in perspective. That's my philosophy around bodybuilding and why I feel like I've been able to be doing this for so long without quitting, because I haven't gotten as far as I would have liked to get, right? So I've been competing almost 10 years and I still love it just as much as I did in the beginning, if not more, because in the beginning I just didn't know what I didn't know. And now I know a lot. And it's a gift that keeps on giving if you allow it to do that. So, as promised, giveaway winner is, oh gosh, I already forgot, Vanessa Locke. So at Vanessa Locke, I will comment on this video and tag you and make sure you know, but reach out to me and we will get you your Core Nutritionals $200 gift card. And yeah, you can enjoy it, and I'll let you know if there's anything in that shop that you really might benefit from. If you have any specific questions, let a girl know. But next update on the YouTube will be a Refined Retreat recap episode. We'll talk about any changes that we made for this week, if any, and just about the life of me at, you know, I think by then it'll be like 8 to 10 weeks into prep. So excited and very grateful. Thanks, guys.